Good morning. If you haven't already done so, please silence your cell phones. Good morning. My name is Sandy Kimmerly, and I'm one of the licensed practitioners here at the center, and I'll be doing your pre-service meditation. If you please sit back in your seats, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel the earth supporting you, the chair supporting you, spirit supporting you. Being kind is a choice. This means kindness to others and kindness to yourself. What does kindness to yourself look like? When there is something you want or need, you supply it. You speak to yourself and about yourself gently with love. You guard the gates of your mind, your heart, your soul, and hold each tenderly. You take care of your needs and support yourself. When you do this, when you are kind to yourself, and then you look outward to other humans, other creatures, you'll be ready to treat them kindly. You'll be ready to consider their needs. Your needs are met. You are filled up, so you have something to share. Bonhoeffer says, kindness can become its own motive. We are made kind by being kind. Let's contemplate all that. Kindness is a gift to yourself and a gift to others. It's free, but it pays great dividends. In these last few minutes, give yourself a little smile and a few kind thoughts. Slowly begin to come back into the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes a little bit. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste.
Morning. Stand up. Sing with us. We all need more kindness in this world. We all need more kindness in this world. There may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more kindness in this world. We all need more loving in this world. We all need more loving in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more loving in this world. We all need more laughter in this world. We all need more laughter in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more laughter in this world. We all need more friendship in this world. We all need more friendship in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more friendship in this world. Now we all need more peacetime in this world. Oh, yes, we do. We all need more peacetime in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need no peacetime in this world. Now we all need more kindness in this world. We all need more kindness in this world. You may look high and low, but there's no place else to go. We all need more kindness in this world.
Good morning, Prescott CSL. How are you today? Well, I have a little of this, if you can't tell, but it's to assure you of one thing. It won't be as long as talk as last week. Thank you for staying and hanging out with me. I kept you, and I'm so glad you stayed with us. It was a good talk, but it was long. So we will try not to do that in the future. Well, it depends on what Spirit has to say. But anyway, welcome to you and to those online. We love you. Thank you so much for being here with us. We always encourage your presence in the sanctuary. We can love you up. We are a philosophy that teaches you how to find your you don't have to find it. How to reveal your true self, how to let the world fall away, and everything that falls away, what remains is who you truly are. So we have practitioners to help you do that. We have classes. We have all kinds of things here, which we use to love you up. And so we're so grateful for you. Practitioners, they hold your truth. I don't know about you, but in a time like this, when you're not feeling good, you need someone to remember who you truly are beyond this body mind. And so we have beautiful practitioners, and I would really encourage you to explore that if you are needing some upliftment or if you want to continue the upliftment that you already have. All right, so again, welcome, and we deeply appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Good morning. So, practitioners like to pray and teach, so we'll have prayer. Spirit is in the place, here and everywhere. And with kindness and caring, friendship and love, we too our spirit. And what I know is that today is perfect. It's beautiful outside, and it's beautiful in here. And every person will get what they need from Reverend Tracy's sermon, from the songs, and every part of this service will flow perfectly, exactly as it should. And so with that, I am so grateful. And so we simply confirm this by saying, and so it is.
I think a lot of you may know this song. This song is so beautiful. It's an honor to sing it with you here today. So I want to hear all your voices really strong, especially when it comes to that beautiful chorus, "There is only love." I want to really feel it. Feel everybody just singing it with total intention.
With total love.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Let the song come to you. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go outside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. One more. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Thank you, Krista and Tom. This quote is from Ernest Holmes. Today, I see the divine pattern at the center of my own being. Affirming its reality, I permit its essence to flow through me. Claiming it as my very own, I embrace it. Believing in its beauty, I sense its harmony. Accepting its peace, I am calm. Living in its love, I am unified with life. Believing in its power, I accept its action in my everyday affairs. And looking at the God in man, I see in everyone the pattern of his perfection. Let's just take that into contemplation for a few moments. Namaste. So, there are many ways to celebrate, many religions, many cultures, and we try to touch on some of them to honor them. So if our candle lighters will please come forward. The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the science of mind, acknowledges the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths humans take in seeking meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. We light a candle for Christianity, basing the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam, in its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of the heaven and earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connection to the earth, sky, and water. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For the goddess traditions, celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And for the science of mind, a philosophy of life that teaches there's a power for goodness in the universe, and we can use it. And now today we will join together in the affirmation. We are here for God. Our purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything we do. The good we seek for ourselves is what we desire for all people everywhere. And so it is. Thank you, ladies.
So, we're doing everything today because Jackson's in Kansas City. I talked to him, I said, "You're going to Kansas City? Kansas City, here you come." And I asked him if he had a pretty little woman there. He said he did. But I thought, we're going to do a beautiful song for you, a song I really love. We're going to gospel it up a bit. It's called, "How Can I Keep From Singing?" My life flows on in and wait. I cabled this up 3 steps.
Wrong key.
So boy, when I tried to sing it, I went, how come that didn't sound? This thing is called a capo, by the way. It makes people like me be able to sing in all sorts of keys, but not having to learn all the different chords. Just take a look.
Very handy, literally.
My life flows on in endless song. Above lamentation, I hear the thrill though far off him that hails a new creation.
No storm can shake my inmost calm.
Roll through that rock
I'm clinging.
it sounds an echo in my soul.
How can I keep from singing? Although the darkness round me falls, I know the truth, it liveth. And though the tempest round me roars, sing songs in the night it giveth.
No storm can shake my inmost calm.
While
To that rock I'm clinging, it sounds an echo in my soul.
how can I keep from singing?
Tyrants tremble, sick with fear. Hear their death knell ringing. When friends rejoice both far and near,
How can I keep from singing?
can I keep from singing?
My life flows on in endless song. Above earth's lamentation, I hear the real though far off hymn that hails a new creation.
No storm can shake my
Inmost calm.
Well, to the rock I am clinging. It sounds an echo in my soul.
How can I keep from singing? Storm can shake my endless calm.
To the rock I am clinging. It sounds an echo in my soul.
How can I keep from singing?
All the tumble and the strife, I hear the music ringing. Love is Lord, heaven above.
How can I keep from singing?
Since love is Lord of heaven and earth,
How can I keep from singing?
Hello again. That was so beautiful. You know, when I get up in the morning and I do my devotions, I find that my energy is like so high and palpable, you know, and I walk around the house singing, and that's how I feel. Like, how can I keep myself from singing? I move around and I think, man, I should be do devotionals all day long. I have this kind of energy. But you recognize that feeling as she sung that, how when we are connected to the divine, it carries us. It just, it becomes us. You know, you are the teaching. We say we're a teaching center, but the reality is you are the teaching, and you everything you need is within you. And so when you connect to that, it just comes out as complete bliss and joy, and you know you're on target when that's the feeling. You just know. I talked about last week doing a gratitude practice, and I wake up now not even remembering how that I have to do it. No, it just is natural to me. Now I've created a new synapses or neural pathway, and So one gratitude thing I'd like to share with you is about a year ago, I have a daughter. I had a falling out with her, and my grandson, who's now 7, and we didn't speak for a year. I needed to just detach and let her go and find her way. And every day I would just pray that the right time would come, and we were connected again. So, just so many blessings. And I share this with you because we all have life, and we all have family and stuff. And, it's real. I went to ministerial school, but it doesn't stop you from encountering the difficulties of life. And I love her deeply, and we're taking our time, and we created new synthesis, new ways of being, and it's just so lovely when you ground yourself in that, and you just give it all up, and you just wait patiently, and it proves the mystery of life to yourself. You allow the mystery, and the experience reinforces that you are it, and that it will help you navigate, or it navigates, however you want to say. So I just wanted to share that with you. All kinds of things, like I bought a new stroller, and I was running through the airport when I was in Washington, and I couldn't quite get where we needed to get to fast enough, so this gentleman, one of the baggage people, is getting my bags there. And I turned around, and I was like, oh, he's going to want a tip. All I had was a 50. And I was like, oh, your prosperity consciousness is being tested right now. Let's see if you can practice what you preach. And I did. And the mind ensued afterwards, right? Like, oh boy, your husband's going to be really mad at you for giving that guy $50. But I would have had to pay more money to get on a plane, all of this stuff. But when I settled down, and the voice that came into my head was, but what have I given you but so much more than that? I heard it like in audio, and why do you toil and worry? And when I have proven to you time and time again that I will sustain you. And I thought, oh, it was so beautiful. I have goosebumps. And so I wanted to share that with you because I was out looking for a stroller, and I wanted this particular stroller because it's like a mountain stroller, and you can go on. I'm trying to take care of this, and you can walk, and it's really nice for tall people, and they're very expensive. And so I've been looking Facebook, and they're very far away, Gilbert, like really, really far away. Some lady posted it one day, and she wanted $200, and I messaged her, and I said, would you take $150? And she said yes. And so I got $50 off this really nice brand new stroller. So it comes in so many ways, the gratitudes and the blessings, So I just want you to know, if you have a gratitude practice, keep it up, because time and time again I'm shown that I am sustained through all the difficulties of this world. And it teaches me more and more to stay grounded in that perfection of who we all really are. All right, so did anybody hear about the church that went on a picnic? No. Well, the pastor placed a basket of apples on the table with a sign that said, "Take only one apple, please. Remember, God is watching." Johnny, at the other end of the table, saw the plate of cookies, and he placed a sign that said, take all the cookies you want. God's watching the apples. I thought that was so cute. Because I know I like to take all the cookies I want. For those of you who don't know, cookies are my favorite thing. Particularly a well-made chocolate chip cookie. A well-made chocolate chip cookies. And I have discovered the bakery in town, Grandma's Bakery, who makes the best peanut butter cookie I have ever had. And so after I leave here on Sundays, we go there, and I buy 2 dozen that sustain me for the week. Because I used to buy like 6, and then my kids came, and they started eating them, so now I have to make up for the ones that they want. But if you haven't had their cookies, they're very good, and I really like those folks. They're a great group of folks. All right, so today we are starting to wrap up our 15 commitments of conscious leadership. We are going to cover the 3, 10, 11, and 12, which is approval, enough, and I have to read my paper today. Approval, enough, and I'll know it when we get to it. Let's start with approval because it's on this paper somewhere. But it's here somewhere, I promise. I read it. I don't know. I sent my teacher a message this morning saying, you posted a quote, and it kind of opened me, and I just felt everything fall away, and I really need to know what that quote is. And he's like, I don't know, was it this one? And I go, no, it might have been the really, really good muscle relaxers the hospital gave me. So, it's that kind of a day. But all right, so we're gonna move through these, and we're gonna reflect on the first one. But I wanted to address, Ernest Holmes. I'm gonna tie Ernest Holmes into these things, because as I said, the teaching is us. So whatever we take away from this series, it just kind of shows us where we might need to let go a little bit or tweak a little bit. But in reality, you are perfect, you are divine, you are whole, you are complete. It's our personalities that need a little work sometimes, right? Especially when they're in direct relation to somebody that's really annoying us. And the gift is that they're annoying us, although we do not see that when it's happening. But one of the reasons I really loved this book and I wanted to share is because we are a community and we want to move and breathe like the Serenity. I just see it flowing and moving and breathing, and things are going to happen and we're not going to agree. But there is always a conscious way of being present to move through these things. I will tell you, I'm not always the best at it, but I'm getting better. And I'm inviting you into that growingness of getting better and communicating. Ernest Holmes talks about we change our thinking and it changes your life. These words really encapsulate the conscious leadership concept that we can have profound change by directing our attention inward and letting the things that no longer serve us fall away. And how do we know what those things are? Well, because we look for a particular way. I feel like it's a built-in way of self-discovery when we are suffering, meaning we are unhappy or we're in shame or blame or guilt or fear or sorrow. Now, it is important to feel our feelings in every situation, but it's important to feel them and let them move through. And what I really feel this book did for us is it put some labels on things that you can name. I am better at working on things that I can name, right? And so when someone names it, I'm like, yes, then I can see it as it pops up, and I can take full responsibility for it. So approval is the first one. Ernest Holmes often spoke of self-reliance. We must become that which we teach. We must become the teaching. It's one thing to go out and proselytize or talk to people or have all the answers. It's another thing to allow the teaching to become you. So you become the divine. So you meet every conversation in a present, conscious way, right? Where you're really listening and you start to hear what's really going on in the underlying tone of the conversation. You can see that it is really, it's either about I'm not enough, it's about I want to be heard, I want to be seen, I want to be valued. And so approval really ties into all of those. Imagine if you're faced with a challenging decision and you seek the approval of others instead of turning inward to your own intuition. I can tell you this, I do this sometimes, right, when I'm uncertain. And what I promised myself and I have been working on and really took it into meditation when I was away is to be your own approval. And guess what? If it falls apart, it falls apart. You just pick it back up and you do it again. But you have to have a connection to the divine and a belief that doesn't really matter if you make a mistake, which I don't really believe there are any, or if you are responsible for a whole thing and it just doesn't work, then you step up and say it doesn't work, and what direction are we going to move in? But our protectedness of what we do to shield ourselves or sometimes not take responsibility is we can go out and look for everybody else's opinion but our own, and then we're struggling to make a decision. So we really have to tap into our own intuition. And that really comes from a dedicated practice, meeting with a practitioner, attending classes. One of the things that I value so much about Science of Mind is it turned me towards myself, and then that just blew up, and then I just got to see it from so many different avenues and ways. It opened a whole world for me. And once the mind has stretched to a new idea, it cannot return to its old dimension. You can't take a new stand and then, I will say this, your mind will want to take you back here, but it'll be really uncomfortable. it will be extremely uncomfortable. And your new idea is like beckoning you over here. But pulling up a belief and seeing it doesn't always give you the skill set to navigate it, because over here you're not really using those skill sets yet. So you just start to be kind to yourself and gentle. You seek guidance and wisdom of someone who's traversed that particular thing before you. And if they have, they will always turn it back to you to tell you to trust your inner intuition. And then if they give you some advice, it really is more of a question to you more than a direction that you should go. When I started with my teacher, Rebe, I started at USAA, and I was there, I don't know, a month. And I had come off of a 30-year career in banking. I took this part-time job, not very much money, and I was very eager to prove myself. And I had these two phenomenal women managers. I had not really experienced really great women managers like that before. And one of them, though, pushed my buttons. She did. I was so intrigued by her. And I just always wanted her approval, right? But I didn't know that that's what was going on. One time, a friend of mine who we had worked at Wells Fargo together, and we kind of found our way at this company. We both started, and they had picked her to observe her phone call, and so the CEO could listen to her phone call. And I was like, why isn't he listening to mine? I have 30 years of experience. I have so much to offer. My calls are perfect. I always make the sale. Like, hello, why not me? So that afternoon, I went to my teacher, and I'm like, how am I ever going to get noticed or promoted if nobody listens to my calls? He's like, you've been there a month. Settle down. And he goes, what you need to do is go back to your friend and tell her how happy you are for her, that she got selected, and that you hope that everything that she dreamed of from that call comes for her. Because if it comes for her, it comes for you. It comes for you. And I said, okay. And so this manager, just from that point on, it was just really difficult to connect with her. And so one day I was sitting with my teacher, and I said, I want to be the best student you ever had. I did all my homework, and I read all my readings, and he was like, what if I told you no? You're not the best student I ever had. He goes, your personality would be crushed. And so he used to do this. No, never seek approval outside of yourself. You are always giving your happiness to someone else if you do that. Right? And in that moment, next day I go to work, and I'm looking at her, and I was like, oh, ding, 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 ding. The bells went off. I was seeking her approval. And I went over to her desk, and I sat down, and I started to cry. And she's like, are you okay? And I go, I have been unkind to you, not even recognizing that it was your approval I sought. And the more I sought it, the more you pushed back. And she goes, oh, I know. I know. And I go, oh. And she goes, but you know what, Tracy? I wanted to make you stronger. And I knew eventually, my inner guide told me, eventually you would come and talk to me. And in that moment, we never had the relationship we could have had I not kind of went through this long journey. I'm condensing it for you. But we always noticed each other. We always said hi. And I always knew that she, if I needed something, I could go to her. And what I learned from that was to be my own approval. Now that has gone like this, like most things, right? It takes a while for those neural pathways to form. But let me just tell you, in life, and if you are one of those folks that are looking for approval, you'll know it. You'll know it because it really irks you when you don't get paid attention to, or someone doesn't think you're doing something special. Our ego has all kinds of ways of doing this. And I would just invite you, if that resonates with you on any level, just take a breath and recognize that when you turn towards the divine and you say, the only approval I need is mine, which is its, right? You are the isness. And sometimes it can take a while, but be patient, because I am living proof that when you start to look at yourself, a lot will be revealed. It can be very emotional, but on the other side of that is the freedom and joy and bliss of your true nature. Moving on, we are going to go from approval. I am lost in my paper today. Why? Let me go back one. There we go. I found it. Enough. The second, or commitment 12, is enough. I am who I am, and that is enough. And I love that because they all tie into one another. Holmes often emphasized the abundance of the universe, saying there's a power for good in the universe greater than we are. And it challenges us to really recognize that or to embody it. It shifts us from a mindset of scarcity to abundance. Consider a situation. I think we can all probably at some point in our life relate to being financially strapped. And, we affirm certain things when we affirm that we don't have enough money or we don't have enough or we aren't enough. And that comes to fruition in many ways. But what Ernest Holmes really wants us to know is, I love this. This is my favorite quote of Ernest Holmes. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. Right? So it's not like you're looking in the mirror and you're like, I think I'm beautiful. No, you are thinking it into consciousness, and the universal language is energy, emotion. So that energy, emotion goes out and it brings you back the circumstance to show you what you are putting into the mirror. That's why it's your responsibility to know what you are energetically giving out to the world. And if you want something different, you have to change that energy. And then the people and places and things that show up will support you in knowing your new idea of yourself. My mentor, Sue Witter, said, I know I am doing the work when the people around me are loving me up. And I know I've slid the scale when they're not. Right? And I used to blame them. Now I just go, oh, you're not loving me up. I got to go home and do some more work. Right? And then you go back, you get prayed up and you come back, and the things will come to meet you are always telling you who you are in the universe. When I heard Dr. Teal, one time he gave a talk about money, and he said, when I go window shopping, or when I was young and I went window shopping, I don't have enough money for that too. I choose to allocate my funds to a different area of my life. It feels better, right? If outside of this room, if you say, I don't have enough money, if you say, oh, I choose to allocate my funds to a different area of my life, it just feels better. It puts you in the power of control, right? Well, the perception of control, we don't really have any, but it does give your personality self a way to traverse the old messages, create that new neural pathway, and then you kind of vacillate. And if you're like me, and I talking to my kids and they talk about that they don't have any money, I totally override the do not tell people about their life. With my kids, I reserve the right. And I'm like, no, say this. And my daughter was like, you say it. But enoughness comes from, I am not enough, meaning I was, that people maybe didn't treat me as well as I wanted to be treated when I was young, and it lowered my self-esteem and my confidence and my resilience. The things that come from that are of that mentality that I am not enough. And you will recognize that by the way you move through the world and the people you meet and the circumstances that kind of feel like they're pulling you down. And the glory of those things that kind of feel like they're pulling us down is it's inviting you to go, I don't want this anymore. I am enough. You were born enough. It does not matter what has happened to you. It does not matter the oversight or the things that people do. It doesn't matter, because the one thing that they cannot touch is that inner divinity inside of you. They cannot put that light out. It doesn't matter. We can cover it up, and we can move like we don't know it. But the minute you step into a place like this, it starts to fall away. Excuse me. And the more work you do on it, the more the higher truth is revealed to you. I am here to tell you, you are enough. I am enough. We are enough. And we have a message for the world. And by going through these and moving as a unit, we are here to give that vision out to the world. And when we get it as a group, it will just be so powerful. But you are enough, and you have enough. I heard Bashar say this, the AAA, accept, accept what you have, appreciate what you have, and allow what's to come. Right? Every morning. Jen, and I get up and I go, I appreciate it. I took a bath, first bath in 20 years, okay? And I was sitting in the bath and I'm like, this is really hard to sit still. Like, I want to just get out. Like, even sick, I was just found it really hard to sit in this bath. And I was like, okay. And in an instant, again, this voice that said, this is a gift. The kids are asleep. Bill's watching TV. The house is quiet. And in this moment, there is a moment to be appreciative that everything else outside of me that I could not even have organized, because if you've ever tried to tell a 2-year-old what to do, you'll know you're not in control. And I just was able to sit there and just let it all go, although it is really hard for me to sit still. That's one thing I learned about myself. But it just couldn't have been put together any more succinctly than for me to have tried to do it. And I was in that moment so grateful. I was also grateful that I figured out how to get out of the tub. Okay. But you know, when you live. You got to figure these things out, right? So just know that you're enough. Just know that we all have stuff. And just know that no matter what has happened, no matter how painful, let it go. Do not bring your past or your baggage. Don't be the person who puts strips it all off and says, okay, God, here I'm ready. And you throw it in the garbage truck. And then you're like, yes, hallelujah. And then someone says you're naked and you go chasing that truck down to get all your clothes back. You take all those new ideas or old ideas and you try to put back on, but your clothes won't fit. Because you can't come to a place like this and release old clothes and try to put them back on. They will not fit. You might be lost, might feel a little chaotic, but if you stick to it, everything will figure itself out. So in this powerful mindset, and excuse me, I've run out of breath, and we consider where you are financially, just think about the grace, the breath, the life, the love, and everything that you have. And just think about how wonderful it is and how wonderful life can be when you just take a moment. Just take a breath. All right. So we talked about approval, and we talked about enough. And of course, I don't have 13 on the paper. Can you put it up there? So we're on 10. We skipped 10. Can you put it up here so I can see it? Because my copy and paste, I'm not the copy and paster, so exploring the opposites. So opposite is when you are in relation to somebody else and they see something differently than you do. Exploring the opposite is exploring paradoxes. It's holding two ideas that can mean the same thing differently. It's being with someone and listening to them and understanding them without your mind already knowing what they're talking about, right? Have you ever been in conversation and they get to you're in conversation and they get to the fifth word and you're like, oh, I know what's going on here. And you've already formulated an answer for them and they haven't even finished their statement. You've asked no questions. You have not approached from curious. You've asked no questions. And the person doesn't feel seen or heard because your idea or need for approval prevents you from being in relationship to what they might be trying to discover about themselves. So in exploring the opposites, we really just want to know that there is more than one way to see things. You can hold the idea of the divine and be in the world but not of it, is what's coming to me, right? The idea of be in the world but not of it. So when you are in the world, you're moving, breathing, and having your way in a presence that is not impacted by the way other people are moving and being in the world. You are so present that you can actually feel and intuit something that might be going on. But if you are present, the presence always brings a question. And the question that might come to your mind is always typically for you, although you might have a strong desire to state it to the other person, because there is only one. There is one mind, one God, one universal presence, creator, whatever you want to call it. And it is embodied through everything in the manifested world. And our minds automatically do duplicity, meaning it automatically breaks the world up into me and you. And when that falls away, there is only you, meaning your higher self. Now, I myself have not experienced this. I've read a lot about it. I've met people who have. But when you spend time with a master, you start to get the feeling of complete bliss, and you everything in your body craves it. And when you touch on it, and that peace that emanates all understanding comes from you, the truth is all words fall away, all opposites fall away, everything falls away. And what's left is that one mind, one divine, one life, that which we call you. And the many come to the few, and then the one. So in closing with these three concepts, with this coming into the conscious leadership, it's really to help all of us to be more present, more aware, and more fully skilled in having good conversations and sharing ideas and learning to be honest and forthright and authentic, right? And to recognize yourself in everything that you do, meaning the way you move, your personality self, how it's been trained to move. And then to ask yourself the question, do I desire to shift? And if it's yes, then the universe will provide you every opportunity to do so, such as coming to here on Sundays. So as we embrace these commitments and we embody the conscious leadership style, we just want to recognize that perception shapes our reality. And as we clean our lenses, the abundance, the self-worth, when we work on these, our potential is unlocked. And Ernest Holmes says this: the secret of prayer is not to pray, but to live in accord with the principles of the science of mind. Let's live in alignment with these principles, knowing that as we do, we create a world filled with endless possibilities. And I really appreciate you hearing this out today and joining us. And I will just add to that, when you embody the teaching becomes you. You have infinite. There will be no worry, no fear. You will just recognize it and lay it all at the feet of your beloved, and your life will change. And I can say that I am a standing testament to that. And I have met many people out here who can say the same thing. Thank you again. Namaskaram.
We're back. This next song, Give Yourself to Love, is one of our favorites, as I think a lot of you know at this point, and you know the song, and I love it when we all sing together. So please join. Okay, and now we're going to do now we're doing a little tuning here. But it's just so nice to be here, and thank you, Reverend Tracy. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
Very inspiring. I have food for thought. Yeah, the thing about guitars is you do have to tune them. I always thought that they should tune themselves, but that's to come, I guess, down the road. Okay, we're ready. Kind friends all gathered round, there's something I would say. What brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made a circle, and it holds us all inside. Strangers are as family, and loneliness can't hide. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. Been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. I always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. Like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Well, love is born in fire and planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but it gives you what you need. And love comes when you're ready. Love comes when you're afraid. It will be your greatest teacher, the best friend you've ever made. So give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. We must give ourselves to love, if love is what we're after. Open up your heart to the tears and the laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
Wow, that was
Thank
beautiful.
you. What a wonderful choir.
That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. I think that kind of encapsulated the whole series and talk. Give yourself to love. Just let it go, right? And oh my gosh, it really was so beautiful. Thank you. We are at that particular time in our service where we are going to do the offering, and just, you know, anything that you give, just know it's like handing that bellman $50 in the airboard. Just don't hold on to it as tightly as I did, but just know that it all comes back, that we are in a giving universe, and you are God, and God loves you, and how can it not be in support of itself? And sometimes that's in financial, and sometimes it's in savings, and you know, we hear we love you so deeply, and we are just so grateful for anything that you give in your time, talents, and interests. And like Sabrina said last week, give freely with the knowingness that it is a giving universe, and that everything you give comes back in some way. Okay, we're going to read our affirmation. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give and all that I receive. Thank you, life. Miss, you come up and pray.
So we're going to do a Pete Seeger song for you. And I wanted to make a little announcement that on June 21st, which is solstice, we're going to be doing a concert here, Kristen and myself, and we're going to be joined by two really good friends of ours, Henry and Maria Fleury from AZ Phil. We're going to do a nice solstice concert, S-O-U-L, solstice concert here on Saturday, I think it's Friday, June 21st. So does that, we'll let you know more as it comes in, but it'll be beautiful music. So we're going to do a Pete Seeger song, which is another beautiful song. This song is called Somos el Barco, which means?
Yes, it means we are the boat. And there's a little part in here in the chorus that's pretty easy to just sing along with, and I'd love it if you would. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat. This is the part. We are the sea. I sail in you. You sail in me. The stream sings it to the river sings it to the sea sings it to the boat that carries you and me. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat, we are the sea. I sail in you, you sail in me. The boat we are sailing in was built by many hands. The sea we are sailing on touches every land. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti, tú navegas en mí. We are the boat,
We are the boat,
we are the sea.
we are the sea.
I sail in you, you sail in me. And with our hopes we raise the sail to face the waves once more. And with our hearts we sail the sea, never sailed before. Somos el barco, somos el mar, yo navego en ti. I sail in you, tú navegas en mí, you sail in me. We are the boat,
We are the boat,
we are the sea.
we are the sea.
I sail in you, you sail in me. We are the boat,
We are the boat,
we are the sea.
we are the sea.
I sail in you, you sail in me. I sail in you, you sail in me.
Lovely.
Gracias.
All right, Miss Hazel, much. And I invite the ushers to come forward. And Miss Hazel is one of our divine practitioners, and I use them every week to highlight as they pray, so you can get to know them more and decide which one you want to pray with. Right? Go. There you go, Miss Hazel.
And in this moment, the words of the song, praise God from whom all blessings flow, fill my heart. For I know right now that God's blessings are unlimited. blessings that Spirit bestows upon us are reflected within each and every individual, for they are the incarnation, the manifestation of divine love, of joy, of givingness. And so therefore I know that this beautiful collection is their blessing to us, that it goes forward into this world, blessing our center, our community, and the world at large. And so I call it all good and very good. And I thank God and praise God, from whom all blessings flow. And so it is.
So it is. Very nice, Miss Hazel. Thank you. All right. The lovely Miss Kathleen. She flows so gracefully. Actually, you look so divine today.
Pardon?
You look divine today.
Oh, my. I've been inspired. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We're going to start the announcements by recognizing all of the new faces that are here for the first time, or those just passing through, or those who have returned. So would you please stand, tell us your name, where you're from, and we'd love to give you a warm CSL welcome. Yes.
I'm John. I currently live in Chino Valley, and I just want to come check it out.
Welcome. Anyone else? Okay. After service, we'd like you to visit our bookstore and gift shop and find the section of previously owned, gently read, and loved books. Find one that attracts you, take it with you, and it's yours to read and enjoy. And then afterwards, please go to Sibley Hall for coffee, crumpets, and conversation. Today, remember, our community meeting is after service in Sibley Hall, where you'll find lots of food, such as pizza, salads, and all the tasty morsels there are to settle your hungry tummies and get caught up on all of the achievements and updates here at CSLP. Another class opportunity that I spoke about last week, I wanted to remind you again. Diane Gazelle will be offering Exploring the Roots of the Science of Mind. The class begins on April the 29th, and it will be an exciting journey studying the historical origins of our founders' philosophy, intellectual, and spiritual thinking, which shaped our current science of mind. Also, Reverend Kath is beginning a book study via Google Meet beginning Tuesday, April the 30th to May the 31st, and it'll be between 6 and 7:15, and it is The Emerging Church and a Map for Renewal, and the author is Bruce Sanguin. And I believe Sudra is going to be ordering some books. You can also get them online, and everyone is invited. And please remember, on Saturday, if you haven't marked your calendars, Saturday, September the 28th, is when our Reverend Tracy will be installed as our new minister. And it will be a fun, delightful, beautiful day. We hope everyone is here to join us. If you wish to volunteer for this spectacular day, there is a sign-up in the lobby. Please do so. And then on the 28th of this month, there's going to be a quick 30 to 45 minutes for those of us who are volunteering for that special day, so that we know what we're doing and where we're supposed to be and what our responsibility is. And Laura Kingsford and Hazel Bowman, would you please stand both again? These are the two ladies who will be in charge and answer your questions. And then Sonia, would you please stand? Sonia is thank you, is facilitating a group called the Group of 8 Intention. It's a healing circle, and she will be doing that, like I said, on May the 2nd, from 10 to 11 in the morning, and then 5 to 6 in the afternoon. And this is a group, mostly 8 people, which is a good number, sitting in a circle around a person who is the receiver of a healing intention. So if this is something that interests you, please see Sonia. And all of the circles are continuing to meet at their respective times and locations. And now, let's welcome those awesome kids from the association.
Woo! Come, kids! Yay! Spirit bugs, spirit bugs. Hi! Hi, baby! Hello! Can you say hi to everybody? Oh, we made some stuff today, huh? Oh, yes. You got your baba? I'm so happy. Okay, you want to get down?
Turn around.
Okay, can you see? He's in that room building something. Oh, let's see what it says. Oh, if you can choose anything, choose love. Oh, that's wonderful. That kind of goes to the song. See how spirit intertwines everything? I love it. Unplanned. Mr. Shamus, you got anything to tell us today? Oh, here.
So we started talking, and then we figured out that there are a lot of places where there is not a lot of love. Right? There are quite a few places with that. So we wanted to have love be everywhere, have like something to show people, to give to people. So yeah, we made this poster. Beautiful.
I love it. Thank you. All right. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Okay, let's not touch candles. Do you want to say hi? Nope. Okay, we're done. Let's go this way. Did you want to say anything? Okay. Okay, we're not. Nope. Yep. Toddler time. Okay.
I just wanted to talk into this.
I love it. Well, I applaud your bravery for saying what you want. We can all learn to say what we want, right? Okay, we're done. Oh, you want to say hi? Okay. Say hi, please.
I was at it.
No, you can say it. Say hi. We got to.
Hi.
There. Hey! All right, we made progress. Okay, here we go. And we're going to read our affirmation. All right, are we ready? Want to hold my hand? Okay, here we go. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life. Ah, very nice.
Everybody, there's pizza out in the Sibley Hall if you'd like to join us for that. And then meet us back in here in 15 minutes for the community meeting, please. I believe so, yeah.